welcome to another Mad Hatter Reviews. Yes, I have this. Okay, I'm not. It's not a gaming thing. I'm not trying to be cool. I got a little bit of a injury thing that's happening there. I know there's going to be some jokes. Hey, what were you doing last night? Okay, all that stuff. Make your jokes. Okay, make your guesses. But yeah, I wanted to talk about. Okay, Super 7. Super 7 has the TMNT 2003 license. Okay, they're going to be making some action figures, which to me, it's exciting. Okay, I have a lot of Ninja Turtles, Super 7 Ninja Turtles, and while there is some controversy around those that output, for the most part, I do like it, and 2003 will be interesting to see if they can maybe make updated figures. But there are a few things that I want to kind of take Super 7, not to task about, but I saw this interview. Okay, so Super 7 did an interview at another toy tubing channel. Now, I would love to mention this channel, but I have a policy about not mentioning other toy tubers on this channel, okay? In fact, you've never seen another toy tuber on this channel like Johnny Nostalgia, Mega J. They've never been on this channel in the same way that when we asked this channel to promote Flipboard, they said, we never promote, we don't really promote 5.5 inch scale. And then 1 week later, they talked about Origins. But I just consider that a mistake, okay? So I can't in good consciousness say who these guys are, okay? It's just my policy, just like they had a policy to not promote Flipboard. So they did this interview with this mystery channel, Brian Flynn did, and he talked about the 2003 line, and when it was getting announced or whatever. And then he had some thoughts in terms of the direction of this line, okay? And I had some opinions about this. So let's go ahead. I'm going to play this. I'm going to try not to talk while it's playing, and then I'm just going to give some opinions. So, and I'll have to crop out the thing because remember, we can't, just like those guys, can't promote 5.5 inch scale, even though they do. We can't promote other toy tubers. So I'm just going to crop this out, and let's go ahead and hit play.
Don't let that be the part of this current conversation that you remember. I'm sure you've got something much better for us.
Designed the 2003 Turtles. We had a lot of conversations around the 2003 Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Person, theoretically speaking, that is the most excited about the 2003 Turtles is, you can argue, somebody that really grew up where that was their introduction to Turtles.
Yes.
They were 8 in 2003. They were born in 95. What are their expectations on figures? So the 2003 Turtles, unlike the other line, the 3 Turtles will have double jointed elbows and double jointed knees.
Wow.
Does that, if you are that kid in 2003 buying that toy, that would be sort of the basics. That's sort of the toy you grew up on, if that makes sense. So to not have it then feels incongruous with the core audience. Debated a lot about it. Aesthetically, I think that there are, cons to it. We all know my opinion, but what we overrode my opinion on that to what is the opinion of the person buying it. Now, there's going to be a bunch of people that come on and say, I've always said that about Turtles, but I would argue with what we actually sell and the feedback that we get that trade-off is not the same as they believe it to be. But we felt the appropriate decision was double-jointed elbows and knees. So for everybody out there, that's the exciting break, the TMNTs, if you will. But that's a little scoop for you.
Wow, I'm very intrigued and looking forward to that because there are.
Sure you are.
As you said, there are.
Okay, let's just cut that guy off. Okay. By the way, he did announce too that they were going to start talking about them or revealing something in June. Okay, so June, look for June, Super 7. I'm excited to see these. Now, here's the good news. They're going to have double jointed elbows and double jointed knees, okay? I'm so happy that we can get these for people that were born after 1995 because those are really the only people that want double jointed. As per the logic, okay, that's, if you were born at 95 or after, those are the people, and only those people are the ones that need double jointed knees and double jointed elbows, because he's all about the aesthetic. Okay, that's his thing. Because when we think of Super 7, we think of just a perfect aesthetic. Okay, and God forbid that aesthetic is sullied by any kind of joints. Okay, but that's not going to happen this time. Now, because thank God there were some turtle people born in 95 or after, because now we can get what some are saying should have had for those other turtles, double joints on the knees. I'm sorry to say, and I say this with all due respect to the artists that work for Super 7, because I do like the output, is that this just smells like shit. I just smell bullshit. I think what happened is he has been getting a lot of pressure to, like, hey man, add some articulation to your stuff, okay? And now this is like the transition period where he feels that he can do it, but tie it into some like bullshit logic. You know what I mean? Like, how can we do this, but I don't want to look like I was wrong. Here's the perfect chance to do it. We'll introduce it in the 2003 Turtles, and we can just wrap it up with like, well, if you were born at that time, you expect articulation, so you can't go back. Which I think it to me, it reads as BS, because all of us, no matter what we grew up with, that grew up with turtles, we're in the modern era. Okay, so most of us, I won't say all of us, but I'll say most of us would have been fine with those Playmates turtles being double joints and double elbows and stuff like that. Doesn't matter. Okay, like we all want. The whole point of that line is modern, is okay, throwback aesthetic with modern sensibility. Like, that's why Origins is popular, right? Because it's throwback figures, but with a modern sensibility and joints. Now, those are too simple to get like real double jointed or whatever, but by his logic, Motu Origins should not be a thing either, because hey, we didn't grow up with those kind of joints, so why should we like Motu Origins? Okay, we should just want the standard thing we grew up with. So to me, I'm sorry, but I call the Bravo Sierra card. Okay, I think that it's okay to just be like, hey, maybe we have to expand our horizons and get out of the Stone Age, and it's not just figures that just stand like this. Okay, because that's not cutting it. All right. And so I think this is his chance to introduce it now. But instead of saying, like, maybe that should have been what all of them were from the beginning, it's now because, well, that's a generational thing. The generation wants that. Generation doesn't give shit. In fact, I would argue most of the people that are going to buy this are our generation, not these 95 people. Okay. Sorry. No offense to 95 people. That was a good year. But yeah, I don't know. I saw this and I was kind of like, what is it? It smelled like shit, okay? And of course, the other guy who I can't name because, I have a policy is like, yeah, great. Everything is great, but everything's not so great. I'll tell you what is great. We're going to have new Turtles. 2003 Turtles are coming out, okay? And thank God, now, it's all about the aesthetic, okay? Here's the thing, Super 7 historically, perfect aesthetics, okay? But now you get the perfect aesthetic plus some articulation. Those G.I. Joes, perfect aesthetic, okay? That's God forbid, like I said, it gets sullied by some articulation. That made me a little mad. It's okay. It's in the channel, Mad Hatter, okay? I don't want to say this is a whining channel, okay? I know some people said it's a whining channel, but we don't whine. I think that's a fair criticism, okay? People are still going to get mad. I'm going to get some comments saying, whatever. But anyway, 2003 Turtles, double elbows, double joints. Will this affect the other turtle line? Okay, I don't even know if the other turtle line is still coming out, but like, if it does, Super 7, if you're listening, Brian Flynn, it's okay to let that aesthetic bleed over into the other turtle lines. I'm sure we'll be fine with it. The majority will be fine with it, okay? It's okay sometimes to say you're wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I'm constantly having to tell my wife, hey, I'm sorry I did this. I'm sorry I did that. I'm wrong. I know it's a very hard thing to say, but I just wanted to make this video because I saw this something. My bullshit detector was going off. You know what? People used to tell me you should be like one of those detectives that, like, you know, they interrogate people, try to get get the BS out of them. That's what I was smelling. Just a tinge, just a little BS there. So anyway. 2003 Turtles. Congratulations, Turtle fans, okay? Turtle Tuesday. Happy Turtle Tuesday. Don't forget Flipboard, Flaker, pre-order page, backer kit, link in the description, okay? I can promote that, okay? My policy of not promoting 5.5 inch scales, I don't have that. So I can promote that till the cows come home, okay? That's up temporarily. Lock them in. Toy of the year. That's what they're saying, okay? That's all. Let me know what you guys think. See you later. Bye-bye.